So you know what I really I cannot stand is when you got these individuals out here in this world who feel no, who basically tell or snitch on people, but with bad fucking intentions, right? With bad intentions. What do I mean by that, right? I can give a few examples. But let's say this, right? You go into a store and let's say this is a major store, like one of these super corporation stores like Walmart or Target, right? And you go in there and let's say you see a family or maybe a single parent with multiple children. And we all say looks tell everything. A lot of times you can look and you can say, damn, it looks like those people may be having it rough. So let's say you're shopping, you go past these people, you see the parent have a bag like on the side and put a little something in there, but it's food. It's food, not electronics, not what I'm saying, like alcohol, but like say it's like food, like that might be for the children, right? Now you can be like, man, this they, no, but let's say the basket has food in it. Clearly, that you can see is food in the basket, but this individual is putting a little food in there on the side. Now, you can pass that up. You say you observe it, and you can pass that up and be like, damn, you know, that's messed up that they have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you understand the parent is doing that to survive, not to be greedy or gluttonous, but they're trying to survive with their small children. So if you have the resources, you may say, man, you know what? Hey, if you're not hurting for money and you got a heart, you might say, hey, look, I'll pay for all of that. Don't worry about it. Come, get what you get every, take that stuff out, put it in there, get the rest, get what you need. I'll take care of that. Don't worry about it. Right? But let's say you don't have the resources to do that. Let's say you're struggling too. Then the best thing for you to do is just like, you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing because I'm struggling and I know this person is probably struggling worse than me because they got 3 or 4 mouths to feed, right? So you just turn a blind eye to it because you're like, hey, Walmart ain't hurting for these little items. You know what I'm saying? If you worked in a grocery store, they throw away a lot of shit that gets shipped in trucks, gets damaged. A lot of shit goes bad. So either they throw that food away or they just give it away to these other businesses that come and sell that food basically for like either it's reaching expiration date, so they'll buy that food and hopefully like sell it for cheaper, right? But you know that this person taking this little stuff ain't hurting Walmart's pockets. But you got individuals in this world that want to pretend like they're doing something, like they're this honest person. So they'll go to the front of the store and talk to the manager rather than helping them out. Let's say they had the money to help them out, to do what the Good Samaritan would have done. They got them, but they'll rather go to the manager and hey, I see that parent over there with their children, and they're putting stuff in their bag. Yeah, I seen it. Oh, yeah. And usually these are white motherfuckers. Let's just keep it 100, right? Because, brother, usually us non-white people that's been in the struggle, we understand when we see that, right? So we'll have a heart. But these individuals may be in the struggle themselves. May be living in a goddamn trailer park on food stamps and all type of, but they'll feel this right that they have to do this. So they'll go tell the manager on that person, that parent that's trying to survive. That parent gets caught, gets embarrassed by this manager that's making barely minimum wage. He don't own none of that shit. All that shit is insured. And he'll go ahead and embarrass him and try to arrest that parent and make it more rougher for those children than what it was, right? That's one example. Or you'll have a situation where an individual could be, let's say, at a job, right? And let's say they could be doing like security work, or I've seen this in situations where they're a cashier or a truck driver, right? And they may have their children with them at work because maybe they couldn't afford daycare. Maybe they're a single parent. Maybe they're in a rough situation where they can't afford to get an option. Let's say they have small children and the children can't get into school yet, or whatever the case is, whatever their personal reason is. I've seen people had they small children with them at work. And you got these individuals that I'm talking about from the last example that would see that, and it's obvious they're not doing it. This is the thing. They're not doing it because they care. They don't give a damn. They don't care. If they cared, they would help that individual out. Hey, I see that you're out at work with your small child or whatever. Is there something I can do to help you out? You know, do you need some resources that I can provide you with? If I don't have the money, you know, I can link you up with this resource or this resource. Or if I have the money, or I can get you a better opportunity. You know, they don't do that, right? What they'll do, these lowlifes, pieces of crap, just awful human beings, if you can call them that. I'd rather call them beasts. These individuals will go out of their day, get on that phone, Google that company's name, right? Then Google the correct department, and then call that department and tell that department that this employee has their child or with them at work, and the child is not in an unsafe environment. The child is not in an unsafe environment. Like, the child can be off playing with a toy or writing something or drawing something. The parent is keeping an eye on them. The child is not in an unsafe environment, so they're not doing it because of that, right? They're doing it just because. So they'll report that parent. And what happens is that company then investigates. And now they do they wasn't investigating before, but now because they got a complaint from some anonymous person, because they ain't gonna give their information, they'll say, hey, yes, this is yeah, I'm here at this place, and I see this person with their small child at work, and I just wanted to let you know, I just have to call, But so the company now investigates, and what happens? This person then loses their job, which may have been their only source of income. And now this parent is without a job. They're a single parent. The child suffers because the parent doesn't have immediate employment. They got to go out and find another job, right? It's a process. It just don't happen overnight. Even getting government assistance is a process. Don't happen overnight, right? But this person did this, and then they got the nerve to want to go to their place, look at themselves in the mirror, and act like they're a good human being. They got the nerve to really look themselves in the mirror and think that they're morally a good person. And they'll tell everybody else, oh, I'm a good person. No, you're not. You're an evil person. Because look what your evil ass just did to another human being. You put them in an effed up situation because you had to go and open your goddamn mouth when they weren't doing anything wrong. So what? It may be a multi-million company's policy, right? In certain 9-to-5 jobs, to where you can't have a family member or a child with you, right? But the child is not in danger, right? It's the company worrying about either control or being sued or whatever if something happens, right? So this is why I can't stand those type of individuals, right? I can't stand those type of individuals. Those individuals, man, they'll be better feeding fucking worms, or if they were swallowed in the beginning, because they don't help human beings. They make things worse for human beings, even though they try to act like they're good people. They're pieces of crap. And that's what I can't stand, man.